All right,
All right.
here we are. Hi, everybody.
Hey guys.
This is great. We've got a bunch of people jumping on right now. We're just going to give it a few more minutes before Nathan gives us the presentation today.
Indeed.
Hi, Miley. See a few of our coworkers have joined us for the event. That's always nice to see some clients.
So who do we have, Ashley?
Oh, well, we have an array of clients who have come to just kind of see the exciting new features of WMS Plus. We have clients who are already on the program itself. We have prospects who are just kind of curious about what the solution is. And we also have some coworkers that are just here to show us some support.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. I'm
I
glad
know.
that we have everybody here to come and join us for this webinar.
That's right.
Hopefully we'll keep you entertained for the next 30 minutes or so. We have lots to share.
All right, we'll just give it one more minute, Nathan, and then will you be ready to show?
Indeed, yes.
Great.
Yes. In fact, would you like me to share my screen here, Ashley, so we can see the start of the video?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay, let's do this.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Wow, very nice. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started, and anyone else who wants to jump on, and just so everyone's aware, there will be a recording of this as well as the Q&A at the end that I'll be emailing everybody before the end of the day here. So if you have any coworkers that were unable to attend today's webinar for the Softengine web series about our WMS Plus, please feel free to pass that email along to your coworkers as well. All right, Nathan, this is on you. Have a great.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks for joining us today. If you do have any questions, I'm the product manager for our WMS Plus system. So I will be here again with Ashley. Looking forward to any questions, comments, anything like that. So sit back and please enjoy our presentation. Hi, and thanks for joining us today. So in this webinar, we're going to be looking at how a business like yours can improve the efficiency of its warehouse operations through software and automation. We're also going to take a look at some of the methods and tools that are commonly used to facilitate this automation, including how barcodes can revolutionize goods in and subsequent inventory movements, how segmenting a warehouse into staging areas and bin locations provides the foundation for better warehouse organization and real-time inventory tracking, whilst of course aiding in the storage and retrieval of goods. We're going to be looking at how allocating specific lots to orders and processes can help reduce spoilage by ensuring that the soonest to expire batches are used first, whilst also guiding your team to the right batch for the right order. And we're also going to look at how scanning inventory and processing your documents through an application such as Softengine's WMS Plus can save you hours of manual data entry and increase accuracy through all of your SAP Business One workflows. Warehouse automation. I'd say that warehouse automation is one of the key areas that growing businesses can focus on to make immediate efficiency savings and operational enhancements to ensure that their warehouse is prepared to service this new growth. Many businesses come to Softengine to help them overcome the day-to-day challenges that they face when dealing with rapid growth of their business and of course the additional demand that this places on the organization. It's not uncommon for Softengine to see businesses that are tracking all of their inventory on paper, manually writing down lot numbers and quantities, and then spending hours in front of a screen entering this information into their accounting system, whilst teams of pickers and packers struggle through a sea of pallets to find the correct inventory or even the correct batch for the order, meaning that nearly expired goods remain buried in the racking, whilst the freshest sit on their delivery vehicles. This is where warehouse systems and automation can help. Wouldn't it be great to have a system that can track inventory movements, lot numbers, and expiration dates, and to know exactly where, in real time, this inventory lives? Even better, to be able to centrally manage and allocate specific lots to production processes or sales orders, guaranteeing your customers' shelf life whilst minimizing spoilage and waste. That would be great, you say, but how do we manage all of this and how can we do it? Barcodes. Everyone's seen a barcode. You know, those black lines with numbers that universally appear on retail packaging for identifying a product and its price when scanning through the checkout. So how do these work and how are they relevant? Well, barcodes come in many different shapes and sizes. This is known as the barcode symbology. In fact, each type of barcode symbology has its own unique benefits for different applications. But let's also be specific. What really matters is the information that is encoded in a barcode. When a barcode is scanned, the scanner decodes the information in that barcode and returns a series of numbers and text. It's this output that determines how warehouse management tools decide what to do with that scan. You've probably heard of some of the major types of barcode, and you're probably even using some of them today. For example, in retail, all packaging is required to use either a UPC, which is the Universal Product Code, or an EAN, which is the European Article Number. Each one of these barcodes looks slightly different, but ultimately portrays the same information. So, how do these codes all remain unique around the globe? Fortunately, all barcodes are governed by an international standards organization called GS1. GS1 maintains several global record sets that ensures that your barcodes remain unique to your business and your products, so that they can be used in retail and logistics internationally. If a company wants to use any of these barcodes for use outside of their ecosystem, and let's just be clear here, if you're only using barcodes for yourself internally, then this is not required. However, to be able to use barcodes in the onward supply chain, such as logistics and retail environments, then they are required to be registered with GS1, who will give them a GS1 company prefix. This is a unique number that identifies you. Once you have this number, you can rent a range of codes that make up your unique IDs for your products. So, UPC, EAN, which one do I use? Well, fortunately, GS1 have also created a standard to tie all of these together, known as the Global Trade Identification Number, or G10 for short. A G10 can represent either a UPC or an EAN, making it universal. And this paves the way forward to what I really want to talk to you about, and that is GS1 smart tags. GS1 smart tags are the key to using warehouse automation tools efficiently and effectively. They provide a way of encoding not only the G10 or the item number, into a barcode, but also other critical information, such as lot numbers, manufacturing dates, expiration dates, quantities, and even weights. Smart tags allow a user to scan a single barcode and register all of this information. Talk about speed and accuracy. One scan of this tag ensures that we accurately record the item and maintain our traceability through identifying this lot number and cross-checking it with any lot allocations in our database. Using units of measure groups, G10s can also be used to identify different pack sizes. For example, we can have one G10 for a pallet and another G10 for a case, allowing us to easily keep track of our scans. It's common for most suppliers to include a GS1 128 smart tag, 128 being the barcode symbology on their goods, so that when it's received at the loading bay, it can be simply scanned to identify the item, quantity, lot, and expiration. If a vendor doesn't supply this GS1 tag, we want to ensure that we create our own that we can use for scanning and traceability throughout our warehouse operations. Bin locations and staging areas. Segmenting a warehouse into bin locations and staging areas allows for a new level of sophistication in warehouse organization and brings with it even more efficiency savings. Inventory and lots can be stored in and moved to specific locations, meaning a business always knows where its inventory lives in real time. While staging areas such as receiving docks, quality control areas, and pick and pack workstations can be used to further enhance the warehouse layout and provide flexibility to delegate picking and replenishment to one team and packing and shipping to another, ensuring that high velocity items and packaging materials are always on hand and ready to go. More importantly, bin locations help to guide the warehousing team to the correct batch allocated to the order, ensuring that customers get the shelf life requested and that inventory is managed in the most economical way to prevent spoilage. So, let me ask you a few questions, and feel free to write these answers down on a piece of paper. Do you or your staff have to endure manual data entry day after day? Do you find that your current system is inefficient and way too susceptible to input errors? Is your company mired in tedious manual cycle counts and exasperating treasure hunts to locate specific items amidst a sea of bins? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you're going to love WMS Plus. WMS Plus is Softengine's answer for clients looking for simple, easy, and affordable access to these features in SAP Business One. Softengine's WMS Plus is a workflow management and scanning solution designed specifically to integrate with SAP Business One to deliver a robust, proven, real-time inventory tracking system that warehouse operatives, production processors, and delivery drivers can use to process documents and transactions in real time in SAP Business One from a handheld device. Working together, WMS Plus provides the speed, convenience, and accuracy of barcode scanning in standard warehouse procedures, whilst SAP Business One transparently integrates inventory and accounting transactions. Specifically with WMS Plus, you can receive goods inwards using a GS1 smart tag or create a new one where it doesn't exist. We can put away goods into bin locations, transfer goods from location to location, stage goods for issuing into production, We can take production receipts and catalog any new inventory received, pick, stage, and pack goods for shipment, and even sell goods directly to your customers from a delivery truck, whilst taking payment, capturing signatures, and printing receipt roll. With WMS Plus running on your mobile device, you can scan all the information you need to manage your inventory at optimal accuracy and efficiency. No more wasted time entering data manually, and no more nasty mistakes that throw off your inventory counts. As an Android application, WMS Plus can be run on a handheld device, a tablet with a Bluetooth barcode scanner, or even a cell phone. So, let me give a quick walkthrough of how this looks in SAP Business One and WMS Plus. Logging into WMS Plus presents us with the main menu. These large, touch-friendly buttons guide us to the relevant warehouse functions, which can be customized to suit which operations your user is authorized to perform. Also coming soon is the Spanish language pack. You'll see the same workflow steps as we walk through the application, making it easy to master. Whenever we're selecting documents, such as purchase orders, transfer requests, work orders, pick lists, or sales orders, we see the same document selection screen. The document selection screen shows us all available and ready to process documents in SAP Business One. Here we can search or filter the list to help find the relevant documents. If you have multiple branches, then we can set each user a specific warehouse, ensuring they only see relevant documents to them. Receiving goods inwards. Receiving couldn't be easier in WMS Plus. Simply select Receiving and Receive from Documents to see the document list screen. When our delivery truck arrives at goods inwards, we can confirm the order by selecting the relevant documents. This then progresses us to the document row screen. Here we can see the items and quantities that we are expecting to receive. If your vendors supply GS1 smart tags, then your team can simply scan the label whilst unloading the vehicle. This scan will validate the item on the order whilst recording the quantities, lot numbers, and expiration dates. Notice how scanning different pack sizes results in different quantities added to the device. If we don't have a GS1 smart tag, we're going to select the row and press the plus button to proceed to the batch entry screen. Here we have a few different options for recording our new batch details. Firstly, we can simply type a lot number. Secondly, we can use a predefined template to auto-fill the lot number, or sometimes, back to barcode symbology, we may have the lot number recorded as a barcode, just not as a smart tag. In this case, we can also scan the lot from the packaging. We can then use the date picker to select the expiration and manufacturing date. And in this case, we've created a batch template, simply the Julian date plus the document number, and we've also offset the expiration date by 3 months from today. Adding this batch will trigger a GS1 Smart label to print from our Zebra label printer and can be fixed to our new pallet or case. This label is key to all of our operations going forward, as now one scan of this label powers every other operation in the inventory lifecycle. Notice that we're using a GS1 QR code. In my opinion, a QR code is far superior to a standard code 128 symbology, as it allows for an impressive data capacity and is super easy to scan, whereas code 128 has to grow in size depending on how much data we encode. It is important to note, however, that we do also support code 128 in this label, as certain customers such as Costco specifically require code 128 for their receiving. Once all of our goods are accounted for, we can complete the transaction and WMS Plus will ask us where we want to put our newly received inventory. This is where staging areas come into play. An operative can be allocated a default receiving area. This could be a receiving bay or a quarantine area, which allows for quick and easy offloading. This then posts the results to SAP Business One in real time and allows us to print our GRPO document. The inventory is now available for use in the warehouse. By jumping on the forklift, the warehousing team can hit the put away button from the forklift mounted tablet, pick up the pallet and scan the GS1 smart tag using a Bluetooth wedge device. WMS Plus will suggest a location based on the default for the item or the item group and list any empty pallet spaces. By driving to the appropriate location and scanning the location code, the forklift driver can easily update SAP Business One with the move. New transfer and transfer request. Maybe you've used MRP to generate specific warehouse transfers to facilitate production issues or picking replenishment. Maybe you're emptying a delivery vehicle at the end of a shift or just cleaning up. This is where we can easily move pallets or cases from one location to another. New transfers enables us to scan the pallet and the new location code to move the pallet in SAP Business One. We can also move the entire contents of a location to an offloading staging area. This greatly assists in the emptying of a delivery vehicle. Transfer requests introduces us to the idea of batch allocation. Whenever we deal with an inventory transaction in SAP Business One, such as a transfer request, an issue to production, a pick list, or a sales order, we can allocate a batch directly to that document. This means that management can control which lot and therefore which expiration dates are to be used. WMS Plus will guide the user to the correct bin and the correct batch. This is important for all the other operations for using inventory wisely. With users following the guidance on WMS Plus and cross-referencing the batch allocation when picking, you can guide your employees to the right batch for all of your movement transactions. Lost and found. If your users are authorized, we can also issue inventory in and out. Counting. WMS Plus is great as a data collection device when performing cycle counts. You can maintain your cycle counts in SAP Business One and delegate users to count specific bin locations. Again, relying on GS1 smart tags, inventory can be scanned and counted. The scan fills out the batch details. Once counted, a user can print a label to indicate that the inventory has been successfully counted. When the count is complete, the data is auditable in your favorite spreadsheet application before being imported back into SAP Business One, where the stock correction postings can be posted. Picking. Picking comes before packing and shipment. The ultimate result is a hard batch allocation to the original sales order and an inventory transfer to a staging area ready for the shipping team to ship. In SAP Business One, the Pick, Pack and Production Manager can be used to find specific open sales order documents. Once selected, all the rows from these documents are consolidated into a single screen, where we can release the documents to a pick list. During this process, SAP Business One will insist on allocating a batch to the pick list for selection if we're dealing with a batch or serial managed item. Once all the rows have been allocated a batch, they can be released to the pick list. There are several ways to auto-allocate batches to the pick list. Some of our clients have even used custom release logic. The release process involves a wizard that allows you to split the pick list by specific criteria. This could be by bin location, customer, order, or item group. This means that you can organize your picking teams using different strategies. The pickers can go and pick each individual order and bring the required inventory to the staging area to then be shipped. Or bring the required inventory to fulfill several orders to a team of shippers. Again, WMS Plus will denote the bin location and the batch and quantities required. Shipping. Shipping can be performed several different ways. Firstly, we can skip the picking step and pull inventory directly off the racking. This way, orders do not need to be managed in SAP Business One other than being approved for shipment. Only approved documents will be visible in the shipping document list. Again, if the batch is allocated to the sales order or reserve invoice, then WMS Plus will guide the user to the bin that contains the required batch. From here, the user can either scan or manually select the batch, cross-referencing any batch allocations, pick the required quantity and move on to the next row on the order. Once they have selected all the inventory available, they can make the shipment directly from the device, generating a delivery document in SAP Business One. From here, they can print the bill of lading directly from the handheld. Depending on your shipping provider, to complete the shipment, the user would then log into your shipping portal to print shipping labels. Direct to store. Direct to store delivery allows your customer locations to be grouped into specific routes. Each route is allocated a specific truck, which is then given its own location code in SAP Business One. Using minimum stock values, forecasted demand, or actual sales orders, MRP can generate the transfer requests to load the delivery vehicles. Pick lists can also be used if we're sourcing directly from a sales order. Now the delivery driver can drive their route and sell their items by selecting inventory from the menu or scanning the GS1 smart tags on the cases. Alternatively, they can use a pre-generated sales order to base the sales from. Once offloaded, the delivery driver can take payment, capture signature, and print a receipt. When completed, WMS Plus generates an invoice with the included payment details in SAP in real time. Thanks for watching.
Very well done. Very well done. Thank you so much for showing us that recording and a quick demonstration of WMS Plus. I'm sure we'll have a lot of clients that have some additional questions. And for those, we will have our account managers reach out to them just as soon as possible. It looks like we've got one Q&A or one question here from our Q&A queue here. And the top question on Ashley's mind is, are all of these functions available in SAP HANA?
Yes, they certainly are, Ashley. Completely HANA compatible and of course optimized for SAP version 10, which of course is the latest and greatest.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you so much for joining, everybody. Nathan, is there anything else that maybe you'd like to share with our viewers here today?
The only other thing, guys, is that in that presentation, I didn't include anything on production processing. So if any of you guys do process production, we can use WMS Plus to issue into production and take receipt from production. And so with that, I also wanted to let you guys know that Softengine also have a new production scheduler, which allows us to essentially plan our work orders on a calendar, track the status of those orders via a Kanban, and then issue and take receipt through the portal. So some new exciting developments here at Softengine, and I wanted to share that with you guys.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Thank you, everybody. We look forward to having you join us next month for our next available webinar. Thanks, Nathan, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Softengine, solutions that impact the bottom line.